All right, well, it's kind of warm-ish out here, not really, but I've been trying to figure out what to do today. I don't have a lot of time to get into something major, but I think I decided on fixing this tire, which I always just dearly enjoy. Fixing tires, but a loader tractor, we need to have, we need to have a tire that's ready to roll. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Ross the Oliver Man, John Deere here. But as a loader tractor gets used almost every day, it sure would be handy to not have to pump up this tire every time I need to use it. So we're going to ramp up the danger here with the old handyman. See about getting that up off of the ground. And it may be as such that I can just do it on the tractor. I think there's enough room here for me to work, but yeah, we'll see. We'll make that decision in a minute. This is a brand new tire on a brand new rim, and this is the first time it's been off, so we'll just have to see what happens. All right. Okay, handyman, do your stuff. What was that about oiling the handyman jack? Yeah, I don't know about all that. Sure might make it work better. You know, I'm feeling in a generous mood. Let's see if I got some oil handy. And we'll just lube up the old handyman. You know, I want to get it where it won't fall over when I leave. There. Sure, let's just, whatever mystery oil this is, could be gear oil, could be who knows what, but we're gonna just slap it on every surface. Will that make it work so much better? Sure doesn't seem like it. It's almost like there's other things wore out, and lubrication was not the only problem. It might have made it a little easier, but there's still something loose in it. Oh, yeah. It's working though. I gotta give you that. A little lube never hurt anyone. All right. So there's your problem. It's only flat on that side. So we need to get a 4-sided tire instead of a 3, because that's our problem. So the next question is, do I work and struggle and try to just break it loose by hand, or do I get the bead breaker? I always like a good struggle, so let me just go get the tire tools. Well, problem number 2 is, where's the orange hammer? It ain't here. So I don't know if a guy will be able to do this or not. Probably should have also got the valve core tool to let the air out of the tire, what might be in there. And probably also I should inflate this so that it's not working against me in this odd shape. All right, let's hook up this little inflator and just get it enough air to pop that back out, and then we'll let the air out, if that makes sense. It should, but sometimes I'm not too smart. There. We'll let that cook. You can watch that, and I'll go get some more supply. Yeah, that took me longer than I had planned on, so we don't need to pump you up all the way to just let the air right back out. Now the other day, I could hear it leaking. Now, I do not hear it leaking. So, perhaps, what perhaps? Should I put weight on it and see if it leaks? Because maybe it was a valve stem problem. Oh, that I don't like. What to do? I thought this was going to be an easy fix because it was leaking so violently. But maybe it's not. Let's go ahead and take it apart. You know? Oh, we're still on the ground. There. Alright. We'll let that wait a little bit. Good. Now, why would we do anything the right way? You know? Let's do it the wrong way. Might just about have to get a new little buddy. He's just about wore out. Okay. Now, the next question is, do we want to... Yeah, let's do that. Sure. Sounds good, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's flip this over the edge first, perhaps. Can we do that? It might not be possible. There. There's not a lot of room here. And you're right in the way. What a shocker. One nice thing is it appears the tire is going to be nice and pliable, which is not usually the case when we're doing tires. But like I said, these are all brand new. Because the rims that were on this tractor were missing this entire outer ledge. There was just a little bit of this up piece still left, and imagination was pretty well the only thing holding her together. So, yeah. Come on. There we go. Now, if we can break the bead on the backside, get ourselves more room to... I wish I could just pry on it a little bit and get it, but I don't think I will. I can try. Because it's hard to get that bead breaker in the backside. Sometimes, maybe not this time, but I think it'll be fine. Let's use the bead breaker. Let's slingshot our tool. Alright. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Sweet. Mama. Okie doke. Well, whoa. All right, a wise thing to do, so I'm surprised that I'm even thinking that way, is going to be to mark where the valve stem was. In case we find something in this tube, then we can check and see if it's, you know what I'm saying. I wonder if the little air inflator will do this, even though it doesn't have the valve stem in it. I bet it won't. Also, I see that I must have ruined the, oh, there it worked though. But I partially smushed flat the valve core, it looked like. Will this go? Wonder if I really crank it up if it'll go fast. Yep, that's what preliminary results aren't good. I don't see, well, there maybe it is. That looks like a questionable spot. They could use a patch anyway. I'm not saying that's the leak, but we'll know here when we blow this up to 9 times its original size. It is. I can feel it starting to leak. Alright, so here's our hole. If you wet it a little bit, you can see it blowing bubbles. So I'm gonna say that was it. All right. So that makes sense. I mean, come on off there. Yeah. Can you hear it leaking? Now, the question is going to be, are my tire patches any good? Because they're not the greatest. Oh, poor tire patches. I think I should have bought a smaller quantity. I'll hope it'll work. We'll see. It's kind of sticky. We need to clean this up though first. So, again, you can do what you want, but we always just use gas. Wiped it off a little bit. It pretty well dries. Quick. And then get our glue, which I hope is still, that's still survived good, but put that in there. I'm gonna let that dry. It's a magical thing, this tire stuff. I don't really understand how it works, but it's all chemicals, you know. All right. What I'm hoping here is, even if this ain't the greatest, Well, I just screwed it up, didn't I? I don't know if this is gonna go or not. I made a boo-boo just a second ago, but there we go. I might have fixed said boo-boo. As much as I hate to throw away patches, I think I'm gonna have to do that and buy a better bag or box full, because these are just getting too old. I thought when I bought the service truck, I thought it'd be handy to have some on hand in there, but I don't know. I think the shelf life of them in the truck wasn't as good. However, it might be good enough to stop this leak because it wasn't that big of a hole. And the center of the patch will probably hold it. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself anyway. We're going to go for it. Not the prettiest one I've done, but it's better than leaking. Hopefully it will stay. Another thing to do, if I wasn't totally brain dead, would be to register where my patch is and then feel around in the tire to make sure that there is no big obstruction. It would be on the back side. I don't think there is. However, there is some dust and dirt down in there that I would rather clean out before putting it back together. So let's take care of that. Get out of there, dirt. I think we got it. All right. Let's stuff this back in there, which is always a thrill. All right. Now, as per usual, I've said before, works easier if you start opposite the valve stem, because you need that flex when you're finally towards the end to be able to get it around there. Not doing too good proving my point, but I'm up against a wall here, also known as a truck, so that's mine. Well, come on. Maybe I can wedge my knee against it. Hold it. I don't think you're getting a very good view of what's happening here, but it's easy. I'll describe it to you. It's failure. Yeah. More failure. Oh. There. Now. Just had to get get it right. Now, this has to go down in that groove. So we got room. Get in there. Get in there, you. There. All right. So, we're getting there. We're just taking the long way around, just like we did with college. You know, we'll make it. It's gonna take twice as long as everybody else. All right, where's my hand? There. Now, let's air it up again. And then we'll let the air out, and we'll put it in for keeps. Sure, this takes longer than just getting the regular air hose, but I got the extension cord plugged into the loader tractor right now, so one of these days we'll get the electric hooked back up, which will make life much easier. Upside's going pretty good. Stick your finger in there, that's real good for you. And that snaps on there, you'll wish you hadn't done that. I think the back's on. We're only at 9.5. That's good, though. Let's let this out. Again, people say, why are you doing that? Well, it lets that tube find its happy place. And so, especially with the patch on there, you want it to be seated flat against the wall, sidewall of the tire. I mean, you don't want... Started talking and my brain shut off there for a minute, but there we go. It's deflated now. So, if it can't work out its issues like this, then it's probably not. It's got other problems, is what I'm saying. But, all right. And climbing. We're there. We made it. I've been reading an article about the First Lady. It's pretty good. I can't talk about that on here. They'll demonetize me. But to quote our president, we'll just say, you know, the bird in the hand that plagued Mary and Joseph as they went across this nation when they landed at Plymouth Rock was true average of Fredger. There you go. That'll give you something to work with. But yeah, okay, enough nonsense. Oh. Okay. let's see here. Put the tools away would probably be a good step one. And then we could let the thing down. Maybe we'll set the tools on the hood and then let the thing down so we can check our work. Hopefully tomorrow, this is still up in the air. That would be nice. Oh, did my lubing wear off? I think it did. Just shows you can't trust anything anymore. Come on, yep. Come on, lubing. I guess I gotta go back to doing it manually. Manually. Now you're in the way. Oh, you're riding the danger. There. Well, she's up in the air. I don't hear any hissing or sadness and slowly descending, so I'm gonna say we got a success. That tire might need a little air put in it. Also, this is kind of bothering me. I'm gonna go ahead and put air in this tire, even though this project is far away, but maybe not so far away as I think, because I'd really like to get this going. I had so much fun with that 55 combine that I would also like to relive these days. Let's let that air out. Yeah. We'll just let that air up and climb in. The old mice have pretty well had their way with the seat. Those are a bunch of tarp straps and stuff that was behind the seat, I think, or under it. I was digging out these tire tools. That one bar that I used is one of the tire tools from this truck. Used to take the split rims apart. I see my headliner is no longer headlining, but it was always like that, just not that bad. Oh yes, though, the fun times I had in here as a kid. Got the co-op keychain in it. These turn on the roof lights for whatever reason. I don't know why they're wired separately, but that's the way it is. But yeah, I want this going so bad. This was our pickup back in the day. I mean, we had that other pickup, but Grandpa and I rode in this all the time. Twice a week, a lot of times, to get feed. Yeah, and I don't know. I sat right over there. And I would usually have a little toy tractor with me or something and be sitting there riding with him. You'll notice there's no car seat, also no seat belt, and there's a gas tank behind the seat. Because back in the day, we weren't worried about safety like people today. Good grief. But yeah, this is, I want to drive this again on the road. I've never driven it on the road. I drove it around in the pasture, but I never got to drive it on the road. So this is going to be, yeah, project. I had it running several years ago, rebuilt the carburetor, and then I stopped and never did anything. So it's never had fuel ran through the rebuilt carburetor to my knowledge. I think that's where I stopped. And I assume that by now the tank is probably nasty, so we're going to have to come up with an alternate plan for that deal. But yeah, this is, I don't know. One of my favorite things, I guess, is this old truck. Oh yeah, we gotta do some work on the old door. It ain't closing right. Might be because of my... That is the aftermarket door handle that's been on there my entire life. I'm thinking I'll just probably leave it. Yeah. Okay, maybe I regret sitting in here. I should have left it alone. We'll just walk away. It's closed. It's in the shed, so it'll be fine. Boy, it don't make a lot of progress on that big feller, does it? We might have to forget that, because I don't think it's going to air up 85 psi. It's going to need new tires anyway, so. Which the tires on that other truck are brand new. I put those on. All right, let's check this one whilst we're at it. Pick up some of our stuff that fell off the wall over here. Like our boomer. We don't want to lose any more boomers. Oh, never had that happen before. Put that back on a second. There, the little rubber seal thing. What's it show? 12.7. Yep. Man, I spent so much time unfolding this, and I must have hit something. Folded it back up. What a shame. It's a lot better than it was, though. This whole thing was caved in like that far, and it so I spent a lot of time hammering that back out, trying to get it reasonably right. But this is just not a good design for a loader tractor. I mean, there's just too much risk of something hitting it, you know. That's what busted all this out and everything. Oh well. All right, well, I was happily talking away and I didn't realize that the GoPro had died, so we got it up on 4 wheels again, and hopefully it'll stay and be the way it's supposed to be. And yeah, so that's where we'll call this one. As always, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you anything. It's supposed to help me out. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.